skeletons today. I am so excited to see what kind of dance moves your skeleton gets going with. Mine is just kind of doing the shimmy shimmy, making sure he fits on the paper. I want to show you how to draw this skeleton using a white crayon on black paper. So to get started today, you can follow along with me while I draw, but I have a white crayon and I'm going to be starting, well, let's back up to this guy. We're going to start with the skull. The skull is your head. It's the bone in your head. We'll be adding eyes and nostrils and a mouth. Then we'll be adding the sternum. We'll talk about that in a second. We've got ribs, and we'll be adding down here the pelvis where your hips are, and we'll be adding leg bones and feet bones, arm bones and hand bones. Let's get started today. It starts this way. Near the top of your paper, you want to draw a circle. Don't worry how perfect or not perfect it is. Mine's not so perfect. It'll work. Then we're going to start with some eyes. I'm going to start with two kind of big circles inside of those circles. Then I'm going to put another circle inside that circle. Are you caught up with me yet? Now the small circle I want to color in. Go ahead and just color it in so we see our skeleton looking. We started with a big circle for the head, some big circles for the eyes, and we colored in the small circle. Then I'm going to make the nostrils, which are just two little dots, kind of shaped like raindrops or ovals, but they're small. The mouth smiles from side to side of his head. And we've got to draw the teeth. I'm just going to put some vertical lines all the way across my skeleton. And I have his head. Pretty good so far, huh? You caught up? That worked out really well. Now the next part we're going to do, after we finish his face, we're going to add the sternum, which is a long, narrow oval. And it goes like this. It kind of looks like his tie. You know how you wear a tie? Now you can make a girl skeleton or you can make a boy skeleton. If you wanted to make this into a boy skeleton, you might want to add a bow tie right here. That's kind of fun. If this skeleton turned into a girl skeleton, I might put a bow on top of her head. Kind of fun, okay? Uh-oh, you see I had paint on the back of it? He'll be okay. So my skeleton here is a boy skeleton, but I'm still going to add another oval on the outside. See what I've got so far? Can you copy me? This is going to be our rib cage. You know where your ribs are. That's a good spot to get tickles, especially for mamas and daddies and grandpas. Uncles are, oh my goodness, uncles and their tickles. Now I need an oval. So I'm going to start at the bottom of my sternum. And I'm going to make an oval all the way around. Now my oval's not exactly in the middle, and if yours isn't either, that's okay. Excuse me. Now I need to color the holes for where my legs fit. You have two holes in your hip bone for where your legs fit. My Mr. Skeleton is looking awful good right now. He's going to need some ribs, though, so let's give him some ribs. 3 ribs on each side. Just like that. He's looking all right. Now, he's missing some arms and he's missing some legs, so we've got to fix that. But I want to show you an easy way to make the bones and help them look more realistic. We're going to start with parallel lines. I'm going to draw 2 lines side by side. And then I'm going to go on this side. And I'm going to draw 2 lines side by side. Notice they don't touch. They've got to get a little bit of space here. I'm going to add a little, kind of like a box. Basically, it's 2 little bumps. If I hold it up closer, you see what it looks like? See if you can add that to your bone. We're going to do the same thing at the other end, kind of like a bump. And there is a fantastic bone for my skeleton's arm. I can go ahead and do the same thing on this side, even though it kind of touches really close in there. That's okay. Finish up my arm bone. Now this is just the top of the arm. You know, when you show people your muscles, that top part of your arm, this is that bone. We need to draw the elbow, and that's a little circle and a little circle. I gotta think about, I don't really have room for my arms to come out to the side, so I think I'm gonna let my arms come up in the air like he's raising his arms shouting awesome. I start with the parallel lines again. I add the funny bumps on the end. I'm going to do the same thing on this arm. You go ahead and draw your arm bones. Add the funny bumps on each end. He's looking pretty cool. He's coming together all right. Now I'm going to skip the hands and I'm going to move down to the bottom with his legs. We don't have room for Mr. Skeleton to stand up straight because he's ended up bigger than what I expected. I'm going to make one leg kind of come out this way, like he's really awesome dancing. We start the same way with the parallel line, and you put the funny bumps on the end of your bone. I'm going to do the same on this leg. 2 parallel lines and the funny bumps. This guy's looking like he's doing the splits. So these are the top bones in your leg. And then we have our knee bone. Make sure you add the knee bone. And under the knee is another bone. Same funny bumps. Another bone with the same funny bumps on the end. It's time to add hands and feet. The hands are a little bit like an oval, maybe a trapezoid. And then I think about the thumb. The thumb's kind of down low. A pointer finger, a middle finger, a ring finger, a pinky finger. And the same on this hand. I might even turn this hand a little bit so he can fit all his fingers on this paper. A thumb. Bigger fingers and smaller fingers, all fitting on the hand. Gotta have 5 fingers, make sure you count. The feet, just think about a way to move them so that maybe they fit. Again, same shape as the hand. You need a big one for the big toe. And a bunch of little bitties after that because we got little bitty toes. My foot over here might not fit on the paper, so I might not even have to draw toes. We'll see what happens. Oh my goodness, his foot went off the paper. Mr. Skeleton with his bow tie is dancing. He's looking pretty awesome for a good day here at the park. He might go dancing with his friend over here. We might need to name our friends. So we've got some skeleton friends. Hope you had fun drawing a skeleton. Enjoy learning more about skeletons today.